Deep in a green forest, under a sky full of twinkling stars, lived a tiny firefly named Flick. Flick was different from the other fireflies. While everyone else's light glowed bright and strong. Flash. 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 Flick's light was small and dim. "Oh no," sighed Flick. "My light isn't bright enough." One warm summer evening, the fireflies gathered near the old oak tree. "Tonight is the Festival of Lights," announced Grandpa Firefly. But Flick stayed quiet. "What if my light isn't good enough?" Grandpa Firefly smiled. "Sometimes the smallest light shines exactly where it's needed." As darkness filled the forest, hundreds of fireflies flew into the air. The trees sparkled. Flick tried his best to join in. But compared to the others, his light seemed tiny. Suddenly, a little voice cried out, "Help!" Flick looked around. "Did you hear that?" Following the sound, Flick flew toward a patch of tall bushes. There he found a small rabbit named Rosie. Tears rolled down her fluffy cheeks. "I can't find my family," Rosie sniffled. Only Flick was nearby. "I'll help you," said Flick. "But my light is very small." Flick's heart felt a little warmer. He switched on his tiny glow. Together they searched through the bushes. The path was narrow. Roots twisted across the ground. But Flick's little light showed Rosie where to step. Slowly, they made their way forward. After a few minutes, they heard voices. "Rosie." Rosie's ears perked up. "That's my family." She hopped toward the sound. Soon they reached a clearing where Mama Rabbit and Papa Rabbit were waiting. "Rosie!" they cried happily. They wrapped her in a big bunny hug. Mama Rabbit turned to Flick. "Thank you for helping our daughter." Papa Rabbit nodded. "Without your light, she might still be lost." Flick looked down at his tiny glow. For the first time, he smiled. Maybe his light wasn't too small after all. When Flick returned to the festival, Grandpa Firefly was waiting. "Did you find out what I meant?" he asked. Flick nodded. "I think so." Grandpa smiled. "Tell me." Flick grinned. "The brightest light isn't always the most important one. Sometimes a small light can make a big difference." That night, Flick flew higher than ever before. His light still wasn't the brightest. It still wasn't the biggest. But now he knew something special. Every light matters. Every kindness matters. And every one of us has something wonderful to share. And from that day on, whenever Flick saw someone who needed help, he proudly shared his little glow. Because even the smallest light can brighten someone's world. The end.